Hey guys, it is I. Happy Saturday. And again, don't mean to be touching on this things so often, but yeah, we made some money on RE again. That thing keeps going up, man. And again, it's not financial advice. Do not buy anything. I'm telling you, you will lose everything. But I'm just going based on my previous knowledge of cryptos and what I've experienced in the past. We are coming to what I would call a major crossroads for cryptocurrencies, right? And what do I mean by that? Well, I'll explain. So, as we all see right now, right, crypto is pretty stagnant. We see like MicroStrategy may have to sell some Bitcoin and stuff because of what's happening with, well, if they haven't done it already, with what's happening with the prices of crypto and everything. It's been stagnant, right? A lot of cryptocurrencies like Polkadot and many others that were at all-time highs has gone down pretty much in like 99%. So the market is in a great shakeout, right? A great a change, if you will, a flush, the flushing, right? Even cryptos I used to love, like EOS and stuff, have been delisted from Coinbase and stuff. So that tells me that crypto is pretty much done, right? So I can't worry about EOS anymore. Got to move on to bigger, better pastures. But okay, what's my whole spiel of this whole thing, right? We want to get to the point, and this is the point, guys, right? The cryptos that come out now are probably going to be ones that shape our future, right? And here's why. We look at the dot-com crisis and everything, right? And let me preface with this before I even get into this whole spiel. I am not saying Bitcoin is going to zero or anything like that. I'm not crazy enough to even think that. On the contrary, I think Bitcoin has proven itself time and time again to be a staple. So has Ethereum. So has XRP. So has Solana to a point, even though it has a major pullback right now. Actually, real talk, probably really want to look into getting some Solana. Me personally. I have to figure that out. But anyways, back to what I'm saying. But certain cryptos that have been in the top 10 consistently really look like a ultimate, like, hey, these are things I need to stack right now. And then when I'm talking about the other things now, like cryptos are coming out now, like the Robinhood token, the RE token that just came out. Yes, up right now, and yes, it could have pullbacks, but realistically, look at the timeline, right? Robinhood has been dealing with cryptocurrencies for a long time, and only now do they publicly launch their own cryptocurrency, right? And again, before you guys just assume what I'm saying is correct and stuff, please do your own research. Look up RE token. It's on Robinhood Exchange and also Coinbase. Make sure you look at it on Robinhood Exchange. It has more information on the Robinhood Exchange where you could read up on it and where it came from. And it launched on Robinhood prior to launching on Coinbase. I know that for a fact because I literally saw the notification when it happened. Anyways, back to the whole story, right? Yeah, so all of a sudden we get all this token launching at this critical time, all of a sudden, just like that, right? This tells me this is like the second phase of what's happening, right? Where people are going to start, well, not people, like companies are going to start launching specific cryptos for different processes in their own businesses. Like Robinhood, they'll launch this crypto for what purpose? I'm not sure yet. Maybe to allow you to buy stocks and other materials, maybe houses, banking, who knows? I'm not sure yet, so don't quote me on that, right? As speculative as cryptos are, but you have access to buying this type of cryptocurrency, and then we wait and see what else launches this year. But I personally don't think crypto is dead. I think obviously we're going through some bearish divergence right now, and now is the best time to start, stocking up, in my opinion, right? I could be absolutely wrong, but the cool thing about tokens like what I just bought is like I've seen this before with like things like Chainlink and stuff. This thing could easily run very high very quickly, go to 10, 20 bucks like that. You cash out 10,000, 20,000 if you had bought at 45 cents, right? 400 bucks worth, right? 450 bucks worth. And then you rinse and repeat, right? Again, this is not me trying to get you guys hypey and stuff. It's just me stating facts. I've seen this so many times in crypto. That's why when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, Robinhood has a token and it launched right now all of a sudden. It was a no-brainer to buy some, right? And I'm not trying to toot my own horn. It's just like, if I'm doing anything in markets, I'll let you guys know. And something else I've learned for myself from investing in Robinhood and trying to grow my account to $10,000, you know, I have that little thing I try to do. It is probably actually a better thing to do is to just day trade and or buy options rather than hold a stock or a company long term, like what I was trying to do. Because I'm realizing from watching, you know, trading videos and stuff and other YouTubers, how they get their wealth, that I might be old school, right, in the way I'm thinking. So, sorry, I have to walk backwards to get some steps in, back and forward. This is what old people do. Us retirees, you know. Yeah, but no, seriously. Hold on, let me take a break. Yeah, seriously. It's probably better to day trade your way to financial success than it is to try and, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to say like buy and hold sucks. Buy and holding does not suck when you're older. Like, I should be more safe with my investments, right? But like, if you're younger and you don't have a lot of money, you know, like, and I have to pretend to be in that situation because a lot of people don't have a lot of money, it is probably better to day trade. And here's why, right? I looked at that stock, right? RE, well, not stock, cryptocurrency RE, and I was like, well, I only have 1,100 at the time in the account. So I sold most of everything except for Uniswap. I sold all Uniswap now because I was like, let me not hold stuff long term anymore. So what I did was I sold pretty much everything but Uniswap at the time, and I bought 1,188 shares. Yeah, of cryptos, crypto tokens of RE, right? And that allowed the account to go up to 1,800 right now. It's fluctuating between 1,800 and 1,700, right? Based on the tokens I held, a little over 1,800 because I sold 188 tokens after it ran up, and so I had 1,000 tokens even. So what I'm saying is, like, it's probably better long term just to trade like that and trade your way up to the money, and also using like call options and stuff rather than, you know, buying something and hoping it runs up long term. Because if you're limited on the amount of money you can invest, you cannot invest your money to the big grandiose things, right? If you think, for example, let's say Apple was $20 a share and you think Apple's going to go up to $100, but you only have $100 to invest, it's easier for you to buy like a call option where you could get access to 100 shares. It's like getting access to 100 shares. So if Apple does run up to $100 from $20, you make the difference in profit versus you saving your way to buy 100 shares of Apple, right? Because by the time you get to 100 shares, you may have missed that window of opportunity for the growth. Or in this case, you see a stock that could potentially run from 45 cents to $1 something where it's at right now, and you buy into it. It's like, oh wow, look at that, it ran up. So I'm learning too from doing this, which is really good. So my Robinhood account is now going to become a day trading account / long-term investing account. So I still believe long-term you need to buy stuff to invest over time. So that's something I'm going to continuously do. But I have to gamble a little bit more and take more risks, like buying options. Like I bought a put option against SpaceX that expires September 18th. Could go to zero, but there's $190 in there, right? So we'll see. And then I also have about 600 sitting on the sidelines. So could try to buy some call options for different stocks I think may run up and stuff, right? So I'm gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive and not so safe and all on the Robinhood account, because Robinhood is really new age. And again, I'm really not joking when I say the Aries token could mint millionaires easily, right? And here's why: because I've seen it with Binance token, saw it with God, what's that exchange? The company that crashed with Luna. I can't remember what it was, but it's a token that it was like the exchange token went up significantly too. But if you bought like 10,000 tokens, it hit $100, that's $1 million, right? Or $100,000, literally just buying a token. And some of these tokens ran to like Binance token went to almost $1,000 if it didn't hit $1,000. I can't remember now. But you see what I'm saying? So yeah, time will tell if it does anything significant or not. But if it went to 10, $20, that wouldn't shock me. And boom, that's a clean little pocket change now, because $20,000 is not like a lot, but you could buy a nice car with that, right? So that's my 2 cents. All right, you guys tell me what you think and comment down below. And remember, go for your morning walks and stuff, right? The next biggest thing next to wealth is health. So actually, I'll say health is more important. I'd rather be poor and healthy than rich and sick. So that's my 2 cents on that. All right, you guys take care.